Sasa hivi ni saa 3, barabara zina watu. Siku kusherehekea uhuru, watu wamefungiwa ndani kama panya.
The streets of Dar es Salaam tell a story the government is desperately trying to silence. Independence Day, supposed to be a national celebration, has instead turned into a day of shutters pulled down, soldiers at every major junction, fuel stations regulated, and citizens whispering behind locked doors. A day meant to mark freedom has become a day defined by fear. By dawn, the message was unmistakable. Tanzanians were not just advised to stay at home, they were practically forced indoors like rats.
Sasa hivi ni saa 3, barabara zina watu. Siku kusherehekea uhuru, watu wamefungiwa ndani kama panya.
Residents reported police patrols pacing up and down neighborhoods, warning anyone outside that today was a rest day unless they were essential workers. Shops stayed dark, boda operators vanished. Entire estates looked like they had been evacuated. And yet, this is the irony that Tanzanians are now pointing out online. Despite being shut indoors, many say they have already achieved part of their protest mission because the level of fear inside the government is visible, measurable, and undeniable. The D9 protest movement, sparked by disputed elections, killings in October, and heavy-handed political climate, did not even need to fill the streets today. Without a single mass march, the state responded with the kind of preemptive force usually reserved for a coup threat. To the protesters, that alone is the proof that the government is shaken. The government's position is clear. On December 3rd, the police banned all demonstrations, describing the D9 mobilizers as economic saboteurs, and accused protest organizers of plotting to seize property, disrupt the economy, and destabilize the state. The Prime Minister took it further, saying Tanzanians should use the day for the rest at home.
Serikali inawashauri wananchi wote ambao tarehe 9 Disemba 2025 hawatakuwa na dharura kuitumia siku hiyo kwa mapumziko, hivyo kusherehekea siku hiyo wakiwa nyumbani.
A statement that set the tone for today's enforced stillness. In major cities, Dar es Salaam, Arusha, Mwanza, the signs of a government preparing for confrontation were everywhere. Military trucks stationed at key roundabouts, police in riot gear on standby, surveillance teams monitoring not just the streets but TikTok, X, Facebook, and WhatsApp groups. Tanzanians woke up to a capital city where even the air felt monitored. But the tension today did not emerge from nowhere. It is the aftershock of the October 29th elections, where President Samia Suluhu Hassan was declared the winner with 98% of the vote after most opposition candidates were disqualified. The aftermath was explosive. The UN estimates hundreds killed and over 2,000 arrested during the post-election chaos. Since then, the country has been living inside a long political shadow.
Maandamano ambayo ni makubwa kuliko yale ambayo watu walichoma mali za watu, walichoma vituo vya mafuta, walichoma majengo ya serikali, wamechoma vituo vya polisi.
And the arrests have continued. Doctors union admins, TikTok creators, Chadema supporters, ordinary citizens who posted the wrong sentence at the wrong time. Just 2 days ago, 116 people were arrested in Mwanza alone, accused of participating in illegal gatherings. Human Rights Watch calls it arbitrary detention. The government calls it maintaining stability. And today, December 9th, the crackdown reached its peak. Independence Day celebrations were cancelled weeks ago, with officials insisting the budget will instead repair infrastructure damaged during the October unrest. But people are not buying that explanation anymore. Online, Tanzanians say the decision had nothing to do with road repairs and everything to do with the rising momentum of D9. The fear of mass protest became so strong that the state's solution was simple: keep everyone inside by any means necessary. A Across social media, messages poured in from Tanzanians using VPNs to avoid the digital monitoring. Many wrote identical phrases, "We are inside like rats." The symbolism is not lost on anyone. If citizens are indoors and soldiers are outside, who is really celebrating independence? And yet, this is the most politically striking point of the day. Most D9 supporters now claim that the protest has already succeeded without anyone stepping outside. Their argument is sharp and simple. If a government cancels national celebrations, deploys military, restricts fuel, bans gatherings, arrests critics, and patrol neighborhoods simply because citizens might protest, then the government is already reacting out of fear. In their view, the psychological victory belongs to the people. International observers are now watching Tanzania's political direction with unease. The UN has urged the government to protect the right to peaceful assembly. Human Rights Watch calls the current environment a climate of fear. Article 19 is demanding accountability for arbitrary arrest. The US has placed Tanzania under diplomatic review over civilian killings and suppression of free speech. The Commonwealth has quietly dispatched a special envoy to try and lower the tension. Meanwhile, Kenyans and regional commentators have been amplifying Tanzanian voices online. Screenshots, videos, complaints of intimidation, all showing citizens peeking through windows as soldiers stand guard outside, ensuring the rest day is respected. But the bigger question remains: what happens after today? If the D9 movement has tapped into a national frustration over leadership, legitimacy, violence and economic stress, then forcing people indoors only delays the inevitable. It does not calm the country, it pressurizes it. And as one user posted, if independence means silence and surveillance, then what exactly are we celebrating? As of now, Tanzania's Independence Day is proceeding exactly the way the government scripted it: quiet, controlled, heavily monitored. But beneath that silence sits a growing realization among citizens. Their strength did not come from marching, it came from the visible panic their plans triggered. Tanzania may have avoided massive street protests today, but it did so at the cost of revealing just how fragile the social contract has become. And as the sun sets on this tense national holiday, one truth hangs in the air: people can be kept indoors, but pressure, once awakened, cannot be contained indefinitely. Newsroom, Maisha TV, Reader, Kering Chubet.